Hello everyone, this is a video presentation being presented by Rithika, Sanjana, Sowmya, Trinity and Subasree on Asian literature.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to present on the topic analysis of A Thousand Splendid Suns written by Khaled Hosseini. Before getting into the topic, let me give an introduction about the author and about the novel. Khaled Hosseini is an Afghan American novelist. He was born in Kabul, Afghanistan and moved to the United States in 1980. Hosseini's novels have enlightened the global audience about Afghanistan's people and culture. His famous works include New York Times bestsellers The Kite Runner, A Thousand Splendid Suns, and The Mountains Echoed. In 2008, Hosseini received the Golden Plate Award of the American Academy of Achievement. As I already said, A Thousand Splendid Suns is a novel by Afghan American author Khaled Hosseini published in 2007. Set in Afghanistan, the novel spans over 30 years, covering the Soviet invasion, the rise of the Taliban, and post Taliban rebuilding. It offers a deeply moving exploration of the struggles and resilience of Afghan women through the intertwined lives of two main female characters, Mariam and Laila. A Thousand Splendid Suns is told through two different perspectives. Part 1 is entirely told through Mariam's point of view, and Part 2 is told through Laila's. The characters' coverage in Part 3 and alternate until the book's climax or the height of the tension. Let's get into the plot of the novel. Mariam, an illegitimate child, grows up in poverty with her mother, Nana, on the outskirts of Herat. Her father, Jalil, is wealthy but refuses to acknowledge her publicly. After her mother's suicide, Mariam is forced into a marriage with Rashid, an older and abusive shoemaker from Kabul. Initially kind, Rashid becomes cruel as Mariam suffers multiple miscarriages, leaving her trapped in a life of oppression. Laila, a bright and independent girl, grows up in Kabul with a loving father Hakim and emotionally distant mother Fariba. Her close friendship with her neighbor Tariq turns into a secret romance as civil war breaks out in Afghanistan. When a rocket kills Laila's parents, she is left orphaned. Rashid takes her in and later marries her, hoping she will give him the son Mariam could not. Laila, pregnant with Tariq's child, agrees to marry Rashid for survival. She gives birth to a daughter, Aziza, who disappoints Rashid, who becomes increasingly abusive. Initially, Mariam resents Laila, but over time, the two women form a deep bond. Together, they endure Rashid's brutality and oppressive rules imposed by the Taliban, finding strength in their friendship. Years later, Laila learns that Tariq is alive, contradicting Rashid's lie that Tariq had died. When Rashid discovers Tariq's return, he attacks Laila in a violent rage. To save Laila, Mariam kills Rashid with a shovel. Mariam surrenders to the Taliban to protect Laila and is executed for the crime. After Mariam's sacrifice, Laila, Tariq, and her children flee to Pakistan. Eventually, Laila returns to Kabul to help rebuild the country after the fall of the Taliban. She works at an orphanage and finds hope and peace in honoring Mariam's memory, building a new family.
Here are the major themes in Khalid Hosseini's novel A Thousand Splendid Suns: women's rights and oppression. This novel portrays the struggles of Afghan women under Taliban rule. It also explores the limitations and restrictions imposed on women's life. It also highlights the strength and resilience of women in the face of oppression. The second theme is war and violence. It depicts the devastating impact of conflict on Afghan civilians. It also shows the human cost of war, including loss, displacement, and trauma. It critiques the destructive nature of war and its effects on individual society. Love, sacrifice. This is also a main theme in the novel. It examines the complex relationship between Mariam, Laila, and Aziza. It highlights the selfless love and sacrifices made by Mariam for Laila and Aziza. It explores the transformative power of love and its ability to overcome adversity. The next major theme of the novel is family and relationships. The novel portrays the complex and often fraught relationships within Afghan families. It explores the themes of loyalty, duty, and obligation within family dynamics. It highlights the ways in which family relationships can both harm and heal. The next theme is survival and resilience. The novel celebrates the strength and resilience of Afghan women in the face of war and oppression. It shows how individuals find ways to survive and thrive despite overwhelming adversities. It highlights the importance of hope, perseverance, and community in times of crisis. Identity and belonging. The novel explores Mariam's search for acceptance and belonging. It highlights Laila's connections to her past and her cultural heritage. It also shows how individuals navigate multiple identities and find a sense of self. Khaled Hosseini's "A Thousand Splendid Suns" is a haunting and powerful portrayal of the resilience and strength of Afghan women in the face of war, oppression, and personal struggle. Through the intertwined lives of Mariam and Laila, Hosseini masterfully explores themes of survival, love, and redemption, shedding light on the complexities of Afghan culture and society. The novel also underscores the devastating impact of war and patriarchy on women's lives, yet simultaneously celebrates their capacity of hope, forgiveness, and transformation. Mariam's ultimate sacrifice and Laila's journey towards healing and self discovery serves as testaments to the transformative power of love and human spirit. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm going to present on the topic Paper Menagerie, which is written by Ken Liu. So, before getting into the topic, let's know about the author. Ken Liu is a Chinese American author and a translator known for his award winning fiction and his work translated Chinese science fiction into English. His notable works the Dandelion series and a short story, The Paper Menagerie. About Paper Menagerie. The Paper Menagerie is a short story written by Ken Liu that follows Jack, a young boy of a Chinese who struggles with his cultural identity. His mother can bring in origami animals to life, creating a magical compassion that symbolizes their bond. As Jack grown older, he increasingly distance himself from his heritage, leading to the exploitation of the family memory and the challenge of biculturalism. Plot of the story. In Paper Menagerie, Jack is a Chinese American boy whose mother is possessing the magical ability to bring an origami animal to life, craft paper creatures for him, including a tiger and a rabbit. These magic animals symbolize Jack's connection to his cultural heritage and a love between him and his mother. As Jack grows older, he feels the pressure to conform to his American peers and bring to the rejection of his cultural identity, leading to the strained relationship with his mother. After her death, Jack recovered a heartfelt letter in her handwriting, revealing her deep love and satisfaction towards him. Theme of the Paper Menagerie: Cultural Identity. The struggle of balancing one heritage with the desire to fit into a different culture is central to the story, highlighting the changes faced by the bicultural individuals. Family and love. The bond between Jack and his mother emphasizes the important family love and the satisfaction parents make for their children. Memory and loss. The story explores how memory shape identity and the pain of losing connection of one root after a loved one passing. Magic and reality. The blending of magic realism with everyday's life, how the art and magic can represent the deep emotion, truth, and the connection. Symbols. The tiger in particular embody the strength and protection, reflecting Jack's mother nurturing the nature. It also signifying the Jack connection to his Chinese identity, which he struggles with as he grows older. Language and letter. The letter written by Jack's mother symbolizes the communication and the emotion. Distance grows between them. Her satisfaction become a powerful reminder for their bond after her death. Origami animal. The paper animal symbolized Jack's culture heritage and a magical bond between him and his mother. Each creature represents a part of their relationship and the love and care his mother has for him. The transformation of the paper. The transformation of an origami into a living creature represents the intersection of a magic and a reality, isolating how the art can deep emotion with the memories. Jack diminishing interest. Jack rejection of an origami animal symbolizes his internal conflict regarding his cultural identity and in societal pressure he faced, highlighting the struggle between the embodying the one root and fitting into another different culture. Conclusion. In the conclusion of the Paper Menagerie, Jack discovers a letter of his mother after her death, revealing a deep love and satisfaction. This realization promotes him to reflect on his importance of his culture heritage, which he had previously rejected. The story ends with a feeling of profound sense of loss and regret, as an origami animal symbolizes the enduring bond of love and satisfaction of one's identity. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am going to present on the topic Pachinko written by Min Jin Lee. First, let's see about the author. Min Jin Lee was born on 11th November 1968. She is a Korean American author and journalist based in Harlem, New York City. Her work frequently deals with the Korean diaspora. She is best known for writing Free Food for Millennials and Pachinko. She was also a finalist for the National Book Award and a runner-up for the Dayton Literary Peace Prize. Let's see about the story. Pachinko is the second novel by Min Jin Lee and published in 2017. It is an epic historical fiction novel following a Korean family who immigrates to Japan. This story begins in the early 20th century Korea and centers on Sanja, a young woman who becomes pregnant by a wealthy married man, Hansu. When Hansu cannot marry Sanja, Isaac, a Sikkim minister, offers to marry her and take her to Japan. Once in Japan, Sanja and her two sons, Noah and Musasu, face severe discrimination. After some point, tragedy strikes when Isaac dies. Noah is a bright student but bullying due to his mixed heritage. On the other hand, Musasu takes up Pachinko, a popular Japanese game, to support the family. Noah marries a girl named Risa and they have 4 children. Musasu also marries a girl named Yumi and they have a son named Solomon. After Noah learns about his true father, unable to cope up with the revelation, he commits suicide, leaving his family devastated. Solomon, son of Musasu, goes to work for his father's business. So at the end of the story, Sanja visits Isaac's grave, where she learns about how Noah regularly visited the grave and how he honored Isaac's sacrifice. Let's see the themes. Belonging and identity, family and loyalty, resilience and survival are the most important themes in this story. First one, identity and belonging. So the protagonist Sanja embodies this theme as she faces the stigma of being an unwed mother. When she marries a Japanese man, she hopes to secure a better life, but ultimately confronts the complexities of her Korean identity in a foreign land, highlighting her struggle for acceptance in a society that marginalizes her. Second one, family and loyalty. The narrative emphasizes family bonds, particularly between Sanja and her two sons, Noah and Mosaso. Their differing paths, Noah seeking acceptance in a Japanese society, while Mosaso embraces the Pachinko business, illustrate the sacrifice family members make one for each other and how loyalty influences. And the last one is resilience and survival. The character's resilience is evident in their ability to adapt. Sanja, despite her difficult circumstances, remains determined to provide for her family. The family's evolution through economic hardships reflects their strength and perseverance. It also explores a variety of themes including discrimination, stereotypes, and power, particularly in the context of the experiences of Koreans in Japan during World War II. So finally, Min Jin Lee concludes this Pachinko with a poignant reflection on the struggles and resilience of the characters across generations. The narrative highlights themes of identity, belonging, and the impact of historical and cultural forces on personal lives. Through the journey of the main characters, particularly Sanja, the novel emphasizes the importance of family ties and the enduring spirit of hope amid adversity. Thank you.
Home Fire by Kamila Shamsie. Kamila Shamsie is a British Pakistani author known for her thought provoking novels that often explore themes of identity, migration, and the complexities of political and historical conflicts. She was born in Karachi, Pakistan in 1973. Shamsie's novels often tackle social and political issues. Her most acclaimed work, Home Fire, won the Women's Prize for Fiction and was longlisted for the Booker Prize. Analysis. Home Fire by Kamila Shamsie is a modern retelling of Sophocles' ancient Greek tragedy Antigone set in contemporary Britain. This novel is a thought-provoking exploration of loyalty, identity, and the political tensions surrounding terrorism and immigration. It intertwines the personal and the political, raising questions about the nature of belonging, the responsibilities of citizenship, and the impact of state power of individual lives. Themes: Family and loyalty. The central conflict revolves around the Pasha family and how their loyalty to each other is tested by political circumstances. Anika's deep devotion to her brother Parvez is contrasted with Amon's father, Karamat Lone, a politician who puts national security above individual lives. Radicalization and identity. Parvez's journey into radicalization reflects the struggles of young, disillusioned Muslims in the West who feels disconnected from their own identity and society. Gender and agency. The women in the novel, Isma and Anika, demonstrate resilience and agency in different ways. Their struggles highlight the pressures women face within patriarchal and politicized contexts, both in their families and society. Symbols. Kamila Shamsie uses several symbols to provide insight into the characters' emotional struggles and the novel's broader social commentary. Fire. Fire is a recurring symbol throughout the novel, representing both destruction and passion. It alludes to the title Home Fire and symbolizes the forces that tear the Pasha family apart. The veil. The hijab serves as a symbol of cultural identity and control. Isma wears a hijab, marks her as visibly Muslim, but she removes it when she moves to America, symbolizing her attempt to navigate Western society with more ease. For Anika, the hijab is a sign of deviance and loyalty to her heritage. Airports. In the novel, airport symbolizes the crossing of boundaries, both literal and metaphorical. The airport becomes the liminal space where the characters face issues of belonging, citizenship, and exclusion. These symbols work together to deepen the emotional and thematic layers of Home Fire. Conclusion. In Home Fire, Kamila Shamsie presents a powerful and tragic narrative that intertwines personal loyalty with political conflict. Through its complex characters and symbolic layers, the novel examines the effect of radicalization, identity crisis, and the harsh realities of modern geopolitics on individuals and families. Shamsie's use of Antigone framework heightens the sense of tragedy and inevitability, showing how personal sacrifices clash with state laws and policies.